Welcome to another video. Welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to talk about a new addition to the family. Skeletor here has a new garage mate, and she is right there. I think it's a she. I don't know. That's my wife's car. She hasn't told me what it is. So in this video, we're going to do a walk around, go over some of the features, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. So this is a 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited 4x2. Again, this is my wife's car, not mine. So she is letting me do videos on it, and I'm still going to showcase it on this channel anytime we do things, add things, buy things, maintenance, repairs, mileage, you name it. I'm going to talk about it in videos. And if you guys have any questions, if you guys want to see me do a video on anything specifically on these Jeep Grand Cherokees, if you have questions, issues, let me know. Now, I am a couple months late on this video. I actually got this car during a Labor Day sale, and I got it from Brinson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. They're out of Corsicana, Texas, which is southeast of Dallas. Awesome dealership. Only one I'm going to be dealing with from now on. I'm going to talk a little bit more about them later on in this video as well. But first, I want to talk about the car itself. So here I've got a reprint of the window sticker to kind of go over the different features and everything on it. Now, first off, this is Midnight Sky. So it's like a dark blue. Right now, this side is shaded, so you can't really see the blue part of it as much. But let's just walk around and get to the sunny side. And we'll get a little bit closer up here. As you can see here, now you can see the blue a lot better here. Let's zoom in, and it is a metallic. So if you can see that metallic flake in there, it's pretty nice. My wife, she chose this color. She wanted this color. So, and it actually looks pretty good against the hell-raising purple of my car. Just right next to it, this darker blue, I feel is in the same color family. They just look good next to each other. Okay, so going around, let's talk about what this car has. Again, it is the limited package. I only got two options. Well, one is the paint color, which they consider an option out, which is stupid. But really the only option we got is the luxury tech group 2, which we'll talk about in a second. So let's go around the exterior here. So you see the limited just comes with chrome accents. We have all sorts of cameras. We have a camera up here. We'll talk about that later. We have a camera up there, 2 on the back. Got the nice headlights. Got the front park assist. That right there is going to be your like collision warnings and adaptive cruise control, things like that. Can't really tell. It's a sensor behind there, but they do a pretty good job at hiding that. And this comes standard with 18-inch wheels. And we have power mirrors. They're heated mirrors. They have turn signals in them, all that good stuff. Got your standard roof rack up top. There is your satellite GPS antenna. Of course, rear park sensors as well. Pretty much all cars have it. All cars have at least one backup cam, and that's that one right there. And there's the top one right there with a little washer on it. Of course, rear wiper. And another thing on these gas tanks, it's just a simple, you push it in, pop it out, and it is a capless gas filler, so you don't have an actual gas cap. I don't like the fact that this door is actually plastic. Kind of feels cheap, like why is this plastic when this is metal? And there you go, there's the exterior. Now let's take a look at the engine really quick. Pop the hood. And now this car does come standard with the V6. So this is the 3.6 liter Pentastar. It is my second Pentastar engine car. I used to have a 2012 Dodge Avenger, which if you're interested in seeing that, I did a long-term review on that. I'll link it up here. I did about 120,000 mile review, and it doesn't really apply to this Jeep, but it has the exact same engine. So if you want to hear more about how that engine did for me after 120,000 miles, and of course this is now 11 years newer, so the engine should be even better than what it was in that Avenger. But this engine is rated somewhere just under 300 horsepower. Kind of change up. Like in my Avenger, it was 283. When it's in a Challenger Charger, they're 305. So they're right around the 300 horsepower range. Plenty of power, depending what you're doing. I mean, for my wife and the way she drives it, plenty of power for her. And it does have the automatic start-stop, which we'll talk about that in a little bit as well. But let's go inside the Jeep now. Okay, so looking inside, this does have the leatherette seats. They're actually called the Capri Leatherette Access 2 seats, and it is global black interior color. Now these seats are part of the upgraded Luxury Tech 2 option. And see, they are power. These are heated. Actually, heated comes standard. They also have the memory buttons here. Then we have our usually on door lock controls, mirror controls. Now, this car does have Husky liners. My wife decided to get those. It does come with regular floor mats, but just wanted to do a FYI on that. I may do a separate video on that as well. Okay, now we got our center console here with one thing that goes up here for a little tiny compartment, and then there's a second lever here, and you have a deeper pocket right there. There's really nothing to show you inside there. It's literally just storage, cup holders, and this is lighted, so at night that little ring lights up. And what's really cool, this does have accent lighting, so underneath that trim and underneath right there, it does have a kind of a light white glow ambient lighting at night, which is pretty cool. It looks nice. And then we have our old rotary shifter knob, which I'm not a fan of these rotary knobs, but you know, they're all going to that. It does have a wireless charging pad. So you stick your phone down here. If it can be wirelessly charged, this will charge it for you. 12 volt DC USB plugs. What's really nice, it even has USB-C plugs and auxiliary. And then we have all our radio controls and climate controls. So I don't need to go over too much of this stuff. Climate is your typical standard stuff. Screen off if you want. Now here's your heated, and we have ventilated seats. And the Limited does come standard with heated seats, not ventilated. Ventilated is part of the luxury tech group, which that was honestly one of the main reasons my wife wanted that option, because we live in Dallas and we had a horrible summer this year. It's routinely 100, 110 degrees. So ventilated seats, very nice in a climate like this. Then we have the bigger 10-inch or 10.5-inch Uconnect 5 screen. And then above that, you'll find some various buttons here. That is the automatic stop for the engine. So if you do not like it, a lot of people don't, you just hit that button, you turn it off. And then you turn off like lane management, traction control, turn off your parking sensors if you need them off for something. Like say you're towing and something's behind you and they're just going off. Hazards, and then sport. This puts in sport mode, which is peppier. I like sport mode. It drives a lot better. It's a little bit more fun. It almost makes it feel like it has something a little stronger than that 300 horsepower V6 engine. Of course, we got your regular push button start stop, wiper arms with all your controls for rear, front wiper, and all that good stuff. And obviously turn signal arms, and the steering wheel itself. This is a heated steering wheel in case you did not see that button right there. And then we have all of our controls for like adaptive cruise control, regular cruise control, voice calling, and then obviously these are all your controls to go through your cluster. And then also behind the steering wheel, well, first before we get there, we do have paddle shifters here as well. So if you want to manually shift, you can use those. And now going behind the steering wheel, it has these buttons right here. These are your steering wheel mounted audio radio controls. There's one on each side, one here, and one there. I love these. If you are new to Chrysler vehicles, you may not even know you have them. I know people that drive cars and then never realize they have buttons back here. If you've had Chrysler vehicles for a long time, they've kept these buttons identical for years. My 2002 Dodge Ram, 21 years old, had the identical buttons. I've seen cars, I think around 98, same buttons. And I love that because they're simple, they're out of the way. You know, they're not these big ugly buttons in front that people can see. And then you just, you know, when you're driving, you don't even think about it. Especially me, I've been in Dodges and Chrysler products for decades. And so it's like second nature now to me, controlling the radio. It's so awesome. Then you have your lighting controls, headlights. It does have automatic lights. It does even have automatic high beams, which I don't know how I feel about that, but it has it. And then your electric parking brake, hood release. Then looking up, this is our cloth headliner. We have, that's going to be our microphones, actually quite a few microphones. So taking Bluetooth calls is really nice in here. Sun visors with the lighted mirrors. And then the HomeLink garage, universal garage door opener, gate opener, whatever you have a remote for is in the sun visor, which I will have a separate video on how to program that in case you are wondering or need help with that. Then we have our overhead console, and this is where you can open up your liftgate, SOS assist, all that good stuff if you subscribe to it. The lights are nice, they're LED. And then a little sunglass holder right up here. And then we have our rear view mirror. Now this is the digital mirror, so this has all the standard features of a regular mirror, has the auto dimming and all that stuff, and that comes standard. With the Luxury Tech Group 2, it makes this a digital mirror, which let me show you that really quick. So we'll turn this on. Right now you can see that is the liftgate window, so you're seeing behind me. And then all you do is you flip this up and it turns to digital. So now it's actually using the digital camera to show you the rear view. I honestly don't really like it that much. My wife said she doesn't really like it that much. We just like the regular one because it's a regular mirror. You know what you're seeing. You're not relying on a digital camera. But some people do like it. So if you do, it's there. And then if you don't like it, boom, you just flip it back and you have a regular standard mirror. Okay, continue on inside. In case you haven't noticed, we have like this wood grain trim. It actually is a really nice trim stitching up here. I really like it. It's really nice. One of the better vehicles we've ever had. Let's go ahead and turn it on so you can see the cluster here. It is a completely 100% digital cluster. I, again, don't know how I feel about that. I like the hybrids, like my Challenger, like my Ram, where it's like you have regular real gauges and then some electronic digital one in the center. I like that better. The one nice thing about the digital, it is very configurable. So you just go through the buttons and you can change, you know, the layout. You can just press through, hit OK, screen setup. In fact, before I do this, let me hit memory so that it adapts to me. So this is the other nice thing with this memory. My wife is 1, I'm 2. So when I come in here, I just press that 2 and everything automatically adjusted. You saw steering wheel move, seat moved on me, everything went. And that's actually how I drive. He goes, oh, turn the radio on. I always like to see all the different gauges and I like to see what's going on with the car. So that is my setup that I have. The earlier one that you saw with the speedometer in the middle and all that, that's what my wife likes to have. That's what she prefers. So, you know, there is some customizability. Now, again, this car right now, as you can see, has 2,770 miles on it. Again, I'm a couple months late on this video. We did get it brand new. So I just, yeah, got a little bit delayed in getting this video done and out. So let's turn that off. Now let's go out, see some more of the car, some other parts. Okay, let's go to the rear seat here. In the rear seat, now understand this setting is set for me. So this is the seat all the way back because I'm a 6'2" guy. A little bit dirty here because, you know, I got a 9-year-old daughter, but very nice seats. We got the center pull down armrest with cup holders here. These do recline, so you hit that. My daughter loves that. You can recline these seats back to forward. As you can see, that one back there is reclined a little bit. What's really nice though, let's just go ahead and sit in here. Now, the backs recline, but the bottoms do not move back. So I'd be a little tight here at 6'2" if the driver is me and has their seat all the way back as far as you can go. But most regular average person is not going to have a seat this far back, so I'll have plenty of leg room. But here's a really nice thing. So we have our climate controls right here, little cubby, throw stuff in, vents. But then here is what's really nice. First, you've got a standard plug. Awesome. More USB ports, including USB-C. But this is what my daughter loves. The rear seats are heated. And the rear heated option is not standard. That comes with the luxury tech group as well. And then additionally, on the windows, we have these little shades right here. So just a little extra sunshade if you want it. They're manual, you know, they're just nothing too exciting, but you got that if you need it. And just your regular nuts, window controls, and of course you can always child lock, all this good stuff. All right, so now that we've seen that, let's see the back. Okay, and this does have the passive entry where you can just kick underneath, but we don't have that turned on, so I can't show you that right now. Now this liftgate, let me cut back to something I recorded earlier about how high it goes, so let's kick to that really quick. Okay, one feature I want to show with this liftgate, when you open it up, and I want to do this while I was in the garage because obviously I have the issue, oh, it might hit the door. We don't have to worry about that, so what you want to do is manually raise it however high you want. And then you just press and hold that button right there, and it actually says hold to set, and it'll set the height. So now whenever you open it up, it'll automatically stop at the height you set. So the liftgate actually can go higher, but if we let it go all the way, it would hit the garage door. So another cool feature here that they have on this Jeep. Then you see plenty of room here. We've got tethers for child anchors, and I believe there's child anchor hooks in there. I've got little hooks right here if you need it. More hooks. Airbags going all the way back here. And right here we have another 12-volt adapter there, another hook right there, little cubbies here. And then if you raise this up, this is where your spare tire is. Here's the stock floor mats that we took out. There's all your tools for if you need to get a spare tire change. This does not come with it. This is just some jumper cables, next stuff I like to carry in my cars. Now you see it's kind of looks like a full-size spare. It's a little better than a donut, but it is still thin. It is not the full size. It's not the exact same size tire as the other ones. But as far as spare tires go, it's one of the better looking ones. So when you close that. Also, if you need a little bit more room back here, just come here, and where these are reclining, you just do that. I don't need to show you the other ones, so you can get a whole lot more space back here that easily. All right, and that is the lift gate there. Now, next thing I want to tell you about these cameras. So standard, it comes with the rear view camera. With the luxury tech group, it comes with that integrated off-road camera. I believe that's technically what that is. And between that camera and the two in the back here, one right above the plate and one up here, and that is the washer, which is pretty close to washer. And then also right in the mirrors right here. So you have the full surround view. And there's the other one. So between all those cameras, you can see everything around you. In fact, I recorded it earlier when I was pulling out of the garage because I thought it was a perfect opportunity to see it because I'm next to the car. So let me cut to that clip really quick. So you can see how close the cars are here. You can kind of see everything around it. And we'll take the front view here. This is where we're at here. And the front view. So now let's go in, back this thing up, and show you what that surround looks like. Okay, so inside, if your Uconnect is on home, you just hit the vehicle button, and that'll bring up your different little settings here, and you just hit surround camera. And there you go. So you can play around with these buttons, just show the rear view, just show the front view. Actually, that's the surround right there, and that's the rear from the lift gate. And then these two buttons here is surround, but surround front or surround rear. So you can see surround front. Let's go surround rear. So that we got the rear on the side here, and here is the surround. So you can see there is my car. It's kind of weird. So let's just go ahead back up and hear the alerts, because it's going to be like, hey, you're close to stuff. And there you go. That is what the surround camera looks like, and now you can see my driveway, and it's a pretty clear picture overall for your surroundings. It's just when something is super close to the side, that's when it really looks funky. Okay, so now that you've got an overview of the entire car, all the things it has, let me just show you the stuff on here. So again, a lot of the stuff I told you about is standard in the limited package. The luxury tech group 2, that's where we got the leatherette seats, the ventilated front seats, which is really, again, the main reason we got this option, because it does also have all those nannies, all the lane assist, crash avoidance, all that stuff listed here, which, you know, we're not huge fans of, so I didn't really talk too much about that stuff. But if you're interested, you can see it all on the window sticker there. Now, as you can see, the total price MSRP on this was $53,395. Now, obviously, the mileage, it says average, you're going to get about 22 miles per gallon. Now, me, I love mileage tests. If you've been watching my channel, you know I love doing mileage tests. So we're going to keep track of that. I've actually been keeping track and keeping records of every single gas fill up so far. So we're going to do like long-term testing, and one day we'll do some mileage tests. And you know, if you guys want me to do a certain one, let me know. One of my favorite things about this car is, take a look at here, assembly point, Detroit, Michigan. Yep, I am from Detroit, obviously. So seeing that it is built in my hometown, that's awesome. I love that fact. Okay, so now let's talk about what I got this for. So I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, but I will say this. I got it underneath MSRP. I got it during a Labor Day sale event. So I actually got a $3,500 rebate on top of this, plus a little bit of a dealer discount. So I paid under MSRP, and they were doing a special 2.9% financing. So I did all that when I bought this car. Again, I got it from Brinson Chrysler Jeep Ram in Corsicana. If you are in the Dallas area, or really Texas, anywhere, go see Brinson. I'm going to link all all their info in description below. I am not sponsored in any way. They didn't give me a deal on this car for me to say any of this. But if you've seen my past videos, you know I've had an issue with another dealer that I was loyal to, and they kind of screwed me. So I jumped ship and I went and found another dealer that doesn't do ADM. They don't do additional dealer markup. At no point, even when everyone else was marking up all their Hellcats and specialty vehicles, they were not marking them up. But also, here's the great thing. I'm going to plug Brinson a little bit more because they are 80, 90 miles away from my house, and they delivered this car to me. They literally, because I was like, I can't make it down there. We need this car. You know, we're going to try and get it by this week. And they literally drove the car to my front door from almost 90 miles away. That right there tells you the type of service that they do. Then on top of that, they didn't even have this car. Like, this wasn't in their inventory. And they were more than willing to work with me because, you know, they didn't have anything really that worked for us. And we just said, this is what we want. And they went search with other dealers and they made dealer trades to make this happen. So I am looking forward to a very long and great relationship with Brinson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. In fact, hopefully I'll do some videos out there. I plan on going out there because they're a little bit far away, so not easy for me to just go out there. But my next vehicle, whatever that is, that'll come from Brinson as well. So yeah, can't say enough great things about Brinson. Wish I dealt with them instead of the last dealership that screwed me on that 170. So there you have it, a new addition to the family. New garage mate for Skeletora there, the Challenger 1320. My Ram, I still have my Ram. So because of this car, I no longer have to daily drive that car. So again, if you have any questions, comment down below. If you liked the video, liked it, hopefully it helped you out if you're thinking about getting one of these. Again, I will know everything I do, every bit of maintenance, any repair, anything that happens with this car, I'll let you know. This will be like your typical long-term review. And if there's anything specific you guys want to see, let me know in the comments below. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I really would appreciate it. Thank you for watching. See you at the drag strip.